All right, you guys are about to see me nerd out in a big way. If you're not a woodworker, then you're just watching me nerd out in a big way. If you're a woodworker, then you might be pretty excited about what I'm about to do. So this is an unveiling, an unboxing of a tool I got. There's a place in Maine called Lie-Nielsen tools, and they make like the best of everything. It's just outstanding. Anyway, the place where my mom rents a house, it's Port Clyde is where she rents this home. If ever you watched Forrest Gump, it's where Forrest Gump runs to a lighthouse and turns around and runs back to like California or something. That's Port Clyde, Maine. That's the Marshall Point Lighthouse. So anyway, this place just happens to be a few miles down the road. And I stumbled upon it a couple years ago and can't believe I didn't even know the existence of the place. And anyway, it's just amazing. Each year we go to Maine. My mom lets us book a week, and we booked the past couple years the week that they have their open house. They have one open house a year, and it's just incredible. And where we canceled it because of the current pandemic. It's just not worth it, and they don't want us out there. So we canceled the California Redwood trip, canceled the Maine trip. So anyway, this is sort of part of my birthday present. So packing instructions, gonna take that out. You don't care about packing instructions, so I'll put this off to the side. It'd be nice to see that they sent it to me free. Nope, it doesn't say that, but it says it weighs 5.7 pounds. So at Lie-Nielsen Tools, they make like everything there. So not power tools, all hand tools. And these are heirloom quality, which means they should last forever if you take care of it. Which also means it is kind of expensive. So last year I bought something called a scrub plane, which is just amazing. A lot of folks would say, why would you get an amazing tool, scrub plane, when you could have something else? I'm like, because it's a Lie-Nielsen tool. So here's newspaper. I'll bet it's from actually Maine. Very exciting. Here it is, the Mariscata, Maine. Oh, and there's a box in a box. So there's the junk box. It says May 20th, 2020. So the day after my birthday. That's exciting. My birthday was May 19th. Lie-Nielsen. So anyway, last year I go to this, and I see one of my YouTube people. Her name is Ann, or her YouTube channel is Ann of All Trades. She's amazing. I walk in the door at this open house, and there she is, and she says, "Hi," and I'm like, "Hi, Ann." It was so cool to see her. She's an amazing woodworker and do-it-yourselfer. She now lives in Nashville, Tennessee. And this guy takes me to the back room to see this scrub plane in action. He said, "Hey, here, meet Thomas." I'm like, "Well, hey, Thomas, how's it going?" And he said, "Where are you from?" "Indiana." And after he left, I'm like, "Hey, I don't know who Thomas was." He's like, "That's Thomas Nielsen, the guy who started the company." I was like, "Oh my gosh," it was just incredible. So anyway, bubble wrap. So when I went on the tour of the place, they show how they do everything from the beginning to the end. And so I got to see the guy, every like plane, hand plane that leaves the factory. This guy is the last one to touch it. He's like the master of everything, and everything has to be flawless or it doesn't leave the place. It's just amazing. So he probably, he tuned it or maybe even wrapped it and put it in this box. Oh my gosh. Oh, this nice paper. Oh wait, what does this say? What does this say? Low angle, oh, I'm not gonna say it. It's what it is. There it is. Oh my gosh. Look at this thing of beauty. It had lint on it. I thought the metal was possibly scratched, but I should know better. It would never leave the factory if it's scratched. It has some lint, so it's got mineral oil on it, so it doesn't rust. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this thing is. So this is called, I'm gonna put this down. What is all that stuff? I don't know. A low angle jack plane. So here's the blade that actually does the cutting, and it is at a very, very low angle, and so it is really good at planing wood with figure, wood that's persnickety, and it is absolutely end grain. So, you know, a 2x4 is like this. The end of it is the end grain. Trying to plane that, I mean, it would be very difficult. And with the cheap tool, this can do it. The handles are cherry. They even try to, the grain of the wood, they try to make it go parallel to the plane itself. not a single scratch on any of the screws. The screws, they try to have the screws line up here. This one didn't line up so much, but they even tried to do that at the factory. So the metal is cast in Maine. And then they take very rough metal, like a cast iron skillet, and then kind of start polish, and end up with something like this. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh my gosh. So this was, it was expensive. You don't want to drop these things. I'm not having it work right now, but I've got to see the blade. I've got to check it out. So we're gonna take off part of the frog. It's called the frog. Take that out. Oh my gosh, that's cool. And that, of course, is dead flat, and that is polished to a mirror sheen. And you never want to bump that. Oh, wow. On anything. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to see if I can shave my arm. Just about. It certainly scratches the thumbnail. Man. And so that is super thick, which is a sign of quality. Anyway. Well, there's a cool tool, Lie-Nielsen. If you look at reviews and tools, that's it. You will find no finer than this. You might find the equal. There's some tools out there that are high quality, Lee Valley tools. But these are awesome, and they're made in the USA. So I thought, sort of during this pandemic, it's a small factory. They don't employ hundreds of people. It's locals, and they perfect what they do. I thought this would keep some money somewhat local. All right, I'm gonna put this back on and tighten that back down. So I'll show you guys what it does in a little bit. But again, low angle jack plane, just absolutely flawless. American cherry is the handle as well. All their handles are made of cherry. Just cool stuff. Happy birthday to me. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.